welcome back to my channel. This week I did a all white sugar skull rose makeup and body paint tutorial for you. I've seen a lot of skulls going around, of course, since it's Halloween I figured I have to do one. So here's my take on a skull. So if you want to see how I created this look, then keep on watching.
Okay guys, so the first step is to put a cheap wig on from the beauty store and to get glam. Do whatever kind of favorite glam look you want to do. It doesn't really matter here. So first I'm going to be taking the NYX liquid eyeliner in white, and I'm going to be doing the outline for my eyes. So I'm just doing like an imperfect circle here to mimic the eye sockets of the sugar skull. And then from there, I am doing my nose in the eyeliner as well. So I kind of did like, the best way I would describe this is like a Batman symbol kind of thing, like the little Batman head. So I did like a little U shape with 2 points, and then I curved it just in the middle of my nose. And then I filled that in with some white body paint, as you will see right here, and a fine tip brush. You could fill it in with eyeliner or eyeshadow as well. I just felt like the body paint covered the surface area a little bit faster than eyeliner would have. Then from there, I'm moving on to the pretty designs on my eyes. So I decided to do like a teardroppy, flower petally leaf shape. My descriptions are amazing. So yeah, so I just did that. And then I started off with doing 3 on each eye, and then I added little dots in between the little petally leafy things. And then I realized that I wanted to do it all around my eyes, so I continued doing the exact same leafy, flowery, petally thingy, and then added the dots in between once again, just keeping it all consistent and pretty. But honestly, whatever design you want to do would work perfectly with this look. If you wanted to do squirrels, oh my god, swirls or triangles or whatever you want, it would work just as nice. So now I'm moving on to the headpiece. So I'm doing that leafy flowery thingy once again in the middle of my forehead, and then I'm doing a diamond as well. I didn't keep the lines straight, I kind of curved them in a little bit to match with the flow of everything else on my face. And then I made a little X in the middle. I didn't really have a method for this. I was kind of just going with the flow. Had some reference images as well, and just kind of going with whatever I felt worked. Okay, so for the roses, what I did was I started off with like a little triangle circle in the middle, and then I started making half circles and pointy little half circles all around. Not the best description for what I'm doing here, I'm sorry, but I did have some reference images of roses, so that really helped me out a lot. But roses are really, really easy to make. If you kind of just make little loops and half circles all around the place, it'll look like a rose. And we're going to shade it afterwards as well, so it'll bring out the rose in the end. So here I'm doing some leaves for the rose as well, and then I'm filling it in with a little white line for the stem, and then to match with the eyes, I'm adding some little white dots with the eyeliner inside the leaf. Now I'm just adding more roses and leaves and dots all around. So I did an extra rose on my forehead, and I do a few others on my chest as well, but it's the exact same process. No, pretty simple, just repetitive. And now moving on to the mouth. So I did 2 white lines with some eyeliner from the edges of my lips, and then I did some straight lines going down to represent like the teeth marks or the stitches or whatnot. Very, very simple. Not too much detail here because I want to focus the detail on the flowers, so pretty achievable, pretty simple, I'd say. And then I'm adding the lines in my lips as well. Oh, look at that contrast between the white and the red. Beautiful. Now I'm going in with the Modern Renaissance palette, and I'm dipping into the color Warm Taupe, and we're going to be filling in our roses. So this is what's really going to make the roses pop. So what I did was I just took that brown and I shaded it in to wherever the petals overlap, like in a real rose, you know? So I took it at the edge of each petal and I just kind of fanned it out. Doesn't need to be very, very neat because you're blending it out. So yeah, it doesn't need to be very, very neat here. You just gotta blend it out, add some dimension to the roses. And I did it again on top of my forehead. Now what I'm doing here is I'm continuing my jawline. So I just added a straight line going down to where my sunken in jaw would be, and I did that on both sides of my face. You can't really see it on the other side. And then I added a few more leaves on my chin, leafy petally thingies, and then I filled them in exactly the same way I did with the leaves on the roses. So I added a little stem, colored that in with some eyeliner, and then as you will see in a second, I added some dots around the leaves as well, just to tie in with our eyes and the flowers. So now what I'm doing is I'm doing the exact same little leafy thing on the jawline. I'm so sorry you guys can't see that very well. I need to work on my camera angles, but hopefully you'll be able to see it on this side. So yeah, I'm doing that little leafy petally thing once again, and I'm adding dots in between the little leaves. Now from here, I felt like my headpiece wasn't fancy enough or complicated enough, so I just kept doing little leafy designs and extending them and making little X's. Really, there was no method here. I just kind of went with the flow, tried to make everything match and flow all together. So yeah, pretty simple, not too complicated. And then from here, I felt like there was a lot of negative space on my chin, so I just decided to do some swirly loops. And I'm just going in and doing the exact same thing on the other side. Okay, so now we're moving on to the bones. So I went in with some white body paint and a medium-sized flat brush, and I just very messily created some lines to represent the neck bones, if that's what it's called. Probably not. I'm so sorry. I do not know the terminology for this. God, embarrassing. So yeah, I just keep doing that, doing like the bones all the way down. This does not have to be neat. I wanted to go with that kind of messy look. You know, like messy skull glam. So then I just did the collarbones here. I just kind of popped out my shoulders to see where my collarbones are. And now from here, I'm adding a few more roses. So the exact same thing as what we did on our face. Starting off with a little circly triangle-y thingy and doing like half circles and random shapes. I was using reference images again, but after doing it a few times, you get a lot faster at it. So as you can see here, oh look, in 2 seconds I did all those roses. Wow, the power of editing. So yeah, I did the leaves, filled those in the exact same way as on my face, and then I will just go in with the exact same Modern Renaissance palette and warm taupe and shade that in the exact same way we did on our face. Okay, so now I'm going to add a gem to my forehead. So I just bought this from the dollar store. It's just some glittery thing with like a sticky adhesive back. So I didn't even put lash glue on because it actually stuck to my face really, really well. So I'm struggling to take it out of the package. Hopefully soon I will take it out. Oh, okay, yeah. So I just took a little white gem and I stuck that in the middle of my little headpiece there. And then I'm taking some silver eyeliner from MAC and I'm just going in to where all of the lines meet on my headpiece, and I'm just adding little dots. It doesn't really show up well on camera, but in person it shows really nicely, and it blends nicely with my little gem in the middle of my forehead as well. So So yeah, you guys, that's it. That's my very quick last minute sugar skull all white glam Halloween tutorial. I hope you enjoyed this video. Make sure to hit that like button and subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Bye!